Shalom, shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Devil platform with another message. I will say this is a lovely day in which the Most High Yah has made, and I, Sister Deborah, shall rest therein. I want to tell you we are blessed this Sabbath day, and I hope you're enjoying your Sabbath day because I am. And I'm going to open up the message or the respond tab so that anyone out there that might have questions that need to be answered, need to be answered right now, or they have answers to a lot of the questions that many might have. So I'm going to open up and I'd like to hear from you if you have questions and answers. I was just here enjoying my shepherd pie, and something came to me. I ain't gonna say something, but the Spirit of the Most High came to me and said something about it's okay. It's okay. And what he was talking about, as I kind of go through some videos and just listening very attentively toward others that are speaking, and I realized that people have been on this platform and have taught so much stuff till they have totally lost their way. But yet, I hear them talking things in which I've spoke about 3 years, 2 years ago, even this year. And it bothers me because I look at it and I say, now, where are they getting this from now? How can one dare be on the platform talking all this stuff and then get on the platform one day and just have something that is true? And the Most High told me that it's okay because he said that in the last days, the knowledge will be increased. See, knowledge is one thing and wisdom is one thing. But one thing that for sure, understanding rules all. Because you have to have that Ruach HaKodesh with that understanding. So he letting me know it's okay because the knowledge he already had prophesied that it will be increased. Just because knowledge is being increased doesn't mean that an individual who have been teaching 15, 20 years, 10 years on these platforms, leading the long multitude. Because the reason why it bothered me, I think about how many people are following people. And when they follow them, to me, it's like they're following them to a dark hole, as if they're blindfolded. Someone blindfolded them and they walking them to a dark hole. But the Most High said, no, they go into that dark hole with their eyes wide open. Because it's too much he left for us. That even today that we should be grasping or gripping or trying to catch on to what has come out of the mouth of Yah. My baby girl, she's 17. She'll be 18 in a few more months. I bought her a brand new Bible with giant letters print. And she's so delighted because the Most High is really dealing with her in this day and time. He's dealing with her pretty much like he kind of did with me when I was young, because he coming to her in her sleep. A lot of people don't understand that a lot of those that the Most High dealt with, let's take for instance Abraham. There were several times where he had to put him down to prophesy to him. That's deep. This one particular time he put him so far down, I was like, but what is this here? Where is he at? To almost the point of death. Just to prophesy to him. Oh, you all don't know nothing about that because they ain't going to teach you that. They so busy trying to teach you in a form of their denomination. And their denominations is what they believe. And it's just like the Christians and all these different organizations that fall under the umbrella of Christian. They got different Baptists. It says Christian, but when it all level off, they all believe in kind of the similar same thing. So I call it the Christian umbrella because they fall under it because they go under the same somewhat belief and they walk therein. But my daughter, I gave her the Bible, and she did something really powerful, and it's kind of really touching to me because she did what I've been trying to tell you all to do. It's amazing because I speak it to her, and after that I pull away. But to you all, been saying it for quite a long time. But with my daughter, she came out of nowhere. She said, "Look what I did." She has these different colors, and I believe it's purple. Everything she started from Genesis, everything that proceeded out of the mouth of Yah, she highlighted light purple. It is so important. I've spoken to you many of times to do that because once you do that and you cover the whole, let's go just start with just the Old Testament. You cover the whole Old Testament. Then you go back and every day of your life, you take all those verses where she highlighted purple and you read what came out of the mouth of Yah. Before you end of that end of that New Testament, that Old Testament, you're going to see yourself walking in a newness. Because see what has happened, as many times I've said, we wants to read and precept and line and little here and bring all these other books that we pretend is so missing. And we fail to understand this is not something that's missing, you guys. This is not something fleshly. Okay, this is not something paper books. This is spirit, A book is not a spirit. That book can carry the right hand of the Father, which is Christ, which is the power to carry the voice of Yah. But the book itself, it's not what you think as spirit and truth. Now, what Yah is saying in that book is spirit and truth. So he's saying, if you master what comes out of my mouth, I take you where they're trying to lead you and show you the difference between the two. But no one wants to go there. But it just feels good to know that my baby girl decided to do it. And it had to be, to me, it had to have been the press of the Ruach upon her because she's been losing sleep in a way that she feels good about it. Because she's sleeping, he talking to her. I like that. There's time when I told him, I said, I'm not picking up that Bible. I'm not going to read. I'm not going to study. That's it. I'm sitting in the living room, went off into a deep sleep. The word was being ministered to me, read to me. When I woke up, I said, wait a minute now. I've been to a Bible lesson, a Bible class. Wait a minute. How could I have done that? I was asleep. The Lord said, the Most High said, I got you there too. I love him. I love him. I love him for everything he stands for. I love him for everything he stands for. But Sister Deborah would like to say, I was going back to where you now hear people saying things that I have said. Even going back to really crossing out all those, Xing out all those messages that they have spoken regarding the topic and saying something 100 different today. It's just blowing my mind. It just blows my mind. But the Most High said, Deborah, it need be. It's okay. It's okay. Because I love him saying that because that's that comfort to let me know it's okay. Because it bothers me. Because if you're leading the multitude of people and the people are running behind you, I guess that's what pretty much the Most High was saying. It's okay. If the people are willing to follow people to a dark hole, let them go. Let them go. I already prophesied my gate is narrow. It leads to righteousness. And I already told you, Deborah, very few shall find their end. So don't think because somebody coming on here and now coming to the knowledge of saying something after all these years, they've been telling the people something different. So the Most High says it's all right, it need be. I mean, this has to happen. These things have to come to pass. Because everything is going according to his scripture in the way he predestined it. All the time and season is online. So if you have any questions or you have answers to questions, and you like to ask Sister Deborah a question, or you like to have an answer to some things that we have talked about or I have talked about throughout videos, this is the time, and I will be open. And I'm going to let you know something. I am perfect. I am perfect in many of things. Spirit and truth. I am perfect. But I'm not perfect in the things which are flesh. I'm not a long way from that, you guys. Long, and don't want to be. But the things which are spirit and truth, I'm perfect in. I'm perfect in believing faith, having the faith, because I know where the faith comes from. It is not me. It is a gift from the Most High God. I'm perfect in understanding spirit and truth. I'm perfect in knowing what it feels like to be branded for his name's sake. I'm perfect in knowing that it's not my flesh that is teaching you, but it is my spirit through the Ruach HaKodesh. I'm perfect in understanding that he is perfect in everything that is, was, and that shall be. I'm perfect in believing how great he is. I'm perfect in believing how good he is. I'm perfect in believing how excellent he is. I'm perfect in believing how powerful he is. I'm perfect in believing that he's all that and some, all by himself. So I'm perfect in believing, giving him the 100 in all things. I'm perfect in that. But when I come down to the flesh, I'm not going to tell you, I'm not perfect in that. I'm not, and I you know what? And wouldn't want to take my life trying to be perfect in the flesh. But I tell you one thing I'm perfect in, shutting that flesh down. I shut this flesh down quick. Because the Ruach that rests within me, when it disciplined me, okay, flesh, down. Why? Because the Ruach is coming to teach my spirit man. My spirit man is coming to tame my flesh man. So in spirit and truth, I'm perfect in. Now, I'm not perfect in answering all the questions that you might have, or understanding all the answers that you might have. But I'm perfect in being a hearer. I'm perfect in hearing. I can hear behind me, in front of me, and before me. And it's not me. It's greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. I'm perfect in understanding that it's not me. It's not this flesh you see. That's why I'm not taking out no more time to try to get wrapped into a cult or a denomination or a belief that you have to look, walk, talk, act, turn. When it all said, that's flesh. Look, that's on the outer man. Let's get with the inner man. Let me tell you why it's important. Throughout my life, I've told you all, this started when I was like 4 years old, me coming to some knowledge of this higher power. And I realized all this time throughout my life that the Most High has always had what you call a hedge around me. Okay? And I realized that my flesh was a different entity than what was in me that was chastising me, correcting me, and teaching me. And I began to give it the glory. I began to give it the praise. I began to serve it that was in me that was greater. You see, I'm perfect in that because it's been going on a long time. And I will pray and continue to let him know without him, I'm nothing. This flesh, it's got to sit down. Sister Deborah played sports, played basketball, played football, ran track, softball. I mean, I was a person that liked it sports, I was a person that was pretty much kind of off to myself, but everything that I put my hand to was 100 successful. Couldn't understand it. because I knew that it was something about me. Others knew it, but they couldn't figure it out what it was. You know, why is it when she does something, she nails it? And all that time, I realized that not only did he put this and birth my hands to be blessed and my arms to be blessed, he had a hedge around me. That when people see me, they felt so intimidated. And I was like, well, but I was a young girl. I was a teenager. How could that, you know, and I still today can't get with it when they tell me, you intimidated me. I said, what did I do? What did I say? Nothing. That's what's scary. All that scares me in the flesh. Because I realized in the flesh that the person that I am on the outer man causes people to be intimidated because the person that I am in the inner man. That's deep. Because of the one that I am in the inner man is causing people to feel intimidated by me on the outer man. I give Yah all praise and glory. So I say unto you, if you have any questions this Sabbath day, or you want to ask a question or something that you're battling with and you're going through, I have been given the gift of dreams. I can interpret dreams, and some visions I can interpret. So if you have any questions, just put them out. Don't be afraid, because we need answers right now. We need answers on the table. You know, stop all this pork eating and all this other stuff eating. And you know what? Eating pork is no different. You know what? Let me set an example. People really lay on people about eating certain food and pork and shrimp. But do they understand that's for the flesh, that these things that these people are eating? It has no power over your spirit. So say, for instance, if I eat pork and shrimp, which I don't and have not for years, but say if I did, do you think for 1 minute that the one that's greater in me than he that's in the world would not abide in me because I choose pork and eat shrimp? No. He know that pork body, that shrimp body, is going back to only place it come from, which is the ground. Let's see what you got going on in your spirit. See, the spirit don't tackle the flesh food that one take in, because when the one takes this food in, it pushes out the other end. So it's a take in, eat, and it comes out. Okay, with the spirit, it holds the food that nourished the spirit throughout time after time after time. It don't have time to play patty cake. So a lot of things that we are holding so high standards for the flesh, we miss out on all the things that worship him in spirit and in truth. And that's why he had to sit and tell me a few minutes ago when I was eating my shepherd pie that it's okay. Because when I hear people talk about the mark of the beast and things they know not really of, and was teaching people the chip and the mark in the head and the chip and all this, and making movies of it to be one thing. And today, 100 different change. It's deep to me. It's powerful. And the Most High said, it's okay. It's okay. You know, I said knowledge will be increased. And the knowledge being increased don't mean that the people are redeemed. It don't mean salvation. It's just knowledge. Knowledge is a friend of wisdom. Wisdom is a friend of knowledge. Knowledge is a friend of wisdom. Wisdom is a friend of knowledge. But if understanding don't stand in the midst of the two, you're still lost, no matter how much knowledge and wisdom you have. Because that understanding is the spirit of the Most High Yah. He comes to knock out wisdom. He comes to knock out knowledge. Not knock them out as if they don't get back up, but let them know I carry all understanding of who you are. Now get up. That's what he's about. Because he comes to give you the understanding. That's why he said, in all you're getting, get understanding. No matter what, go down. Wisdom, no matter what, knowledge, no matter what, you was in the earth, you're the earth, you're in the earth. But let me tell you something. without understanding of who you are and what you stand for and what you're about. That's that understanding. See, we have to know how to salute understanding. And that's another kind of scary thing with me, with people not having the understanding. But the Most High said they can't have that. They can't just go get that like they can get wisdom. He said they can get wisdom day and night, night and day. They can get knowledge, wisdom, a day and night, night and day. But understanding ain't something you can just dip in and get and you got it. It's powerful. It comes with that spirit and truth and that anointed power. So I, Sister Deborah, say if you have any questions, feel free to ask Deborah. And if you have any answer to a lot of issues or things that I have spoke about or anything like that, it's just one young lady that I just love her for that. She gave me a video and it kind of, I don't know if she knows this, but it kind of just brought me to a point of Father in this world. She didn't know it, but that just ended. Because the more you walking into that light, the more you walk into the light of the truth in which you're trying to speak on for the people so that those that's on the righteous path can hear, the more you want the Most High to end everything. Because it's like if you don't, oh no, these people gonna be all over the place. They gonna be lost. It's almost like if you don't come do it now, now, Father. But He knows all things. All things is in His hand. But when she gave me that video, I thought about the people that were speaking on that video, and I thought about how it lines up with the things that I was saying. And I was saying that, see, it don't take me to beat you over the head with scriptures and verses. It don't take me to precept you up and precept you down, or a line here and a lure here, or take an iron claw of the commandments and the laws and fight you with the iron claw and debate what everyone else is doing. It don't take me to do all that. Because when you're a servant of the Most High, you are a servant of the Most High. You do the will of the Father, not the will of man. One thing about it, I have always, and this is what I've always believed, even when I used to go to church, in the church. I always believe that the Most High always wanted man to be the head. I believe without a doubt men should be the head because that's the way the Most High designed it. And I believe also when He designed it, He know the same one He put the head was going to be the same ones to tear the whole world down. Yes, He knew it. He knew it. What did they say? James Brown said, "This is a man's world." Oh, they know it. But yet they put the burden on a female. Y'all put the burden on a female through everything that He has created. He labeled a female entity. Something wrong with that picture, ain't it? But yet, He had it with a man. A man to start it and end it. And the people still missing the point and lost without a cause. So a lot of times with me, even as a young person, I always felt that a man should always lead. And I'm going to tell y'all something. When I was 13, I used to dream about being married. I said, I'm going to have 3 children and I'm going to have a husband and I'm going to make sure I take care of him, make sure he was not needed for anything, and how he was going to deal with me like a cotton ball. It was like, the way he was dealing with me was like, and I was number 13. The way he was dealing with me would be like making sure that I had what I needed. And I remember there were times when I felt, if I get hurt, if I hurt myself, he would come and bandage me up. You all, when I was a young girl, the vision I had for a man that I would marry would be like, it would blow your mind. And I know that now that it is a man out of Yah's own heart, one that Yah would have to mold and shape and send to you, and you know that that's sent directly to you from Him. And as I think about it, and in my life now, and I see how my life has gone, and honestly, I can't really honestly, It's nothing about my life that I could really, no one will even be interested in, because it's nothing you can go around and make a story or a book outside of spiritual and truth. I will give you all the testimonies that will blow your mind. Oh, yes, I have some testimonies and the power of how the Most High worked in all those testimonies. Now, I have that. And I have a good way of putting things in category things for people to see clear. When I was a young person, he always told me, if you ever had any issues, go to Psalms 18. He said Psalms 18 is you. So when I get off to speaking with you all today, I'm going to go back to 18 because I need it right now. I need to go back in it and be reminded. When I was a young girl, teenager, he told me, 18, if you ever get lost, you ever want to find your way, go to Psalms 18. You'll find yourself. So I, Sister Deborah, would say to you, I hope you enjoyed this message, and I hope you have questions and answers. You might know way more and beyond what Deborah can even think of, because Deborah is a prophetess in the wilderness. I just hear the voice of the Most High, and I give it to you. I'm not one to carry all the administrative positions and tell you what's what. I'm just here to just give you what he gives me. And what? Keep it going. In where? The body of Hamashiach. So I, Sister Deborah, says, Shalom, and enjoy your Sabbath.